We need to talk about the truth of what is happening between Cambodia and Thailand because the media is taking a very neutral approach. So I'm going to go over the very abridged, comprehensive history of what happened, what is happening now, and my opinions. Before we get into it, a quick disclaimer: none of this is to bring hatred to either side's people. This is a criticism of the government. So the dispute between Thailand and Cambodia is over their border that separates the two countries. However, you would think that it's about the whole length of the border, but the whole dispute is actually about this tiny little block of the border, that tiny little piece. And the dispute over this part of the border is almost as old as time. However, most recently, after the French colonization, they designated the border as it's shown up here in the solid line. Now, that land was established to be Cambodia because going back as far as recorded history, it was originally the Khmer people's land. And we know this to be true because on that land is a Previhir temple, which was built by the Khmer people in the 11th century, making this temple over 1,000 years old. And there have been many disputes over this border since then. However, most recently this year, in May, there was a back and forth firing at the border where both sides are claiming the other started it. However, one Cambodian soldier's life was taken. And when this happened, Cambodia demanded that Thailand let the International Court of Justice decide who was in the wrong and make a decision. However, Thailand decided to ignore it. And then a couple months later, when there was a 5-day conflict between Cambodia and Thailand, and Trump steps in and thinks that he created a treaty, but the thing is, he used it by threatening tariffs, so he didn't actually resolve any of the border conflicts between the two. Now, fast forward to about a week and a half ago in early December, when a Thai soldier is walking in one of this disputed areas, steps on a landmine, loses his life, and Cambodia states that it was an old landmine, not one that they placed recently. And that was enough for Thailand to start striking towards Cambodia. But while the Thai government is starting a war trying to take Cambodian land, the ones who are actually suffering and affected are the people, including their own. 17 Thai soldiers have lost their lives, and over 258,000 Thai civilians are now displaced from their homes. And in Cambodia, 11 civilians have lost their lives, 74 people injured, and over 400,000 civilians have been displaced from their homes. What I will say is this: after 3 days of research, there is only one side that is demolishing 1,000-year-old temples to rubble, which is cultural erasure. And this 1,000-year-old temple, only one side is posting videos celebrating taking down those temples as if that's something to celebrate. And as far as I've seen, only one side is dropping bombs near schools close to 7 o'clock in the morning, making children flee for their lives. The people of Cambodia, who are now having to flee their refugee camps because bombs are being dropped nearby, need our help to spread awareness of what is happening. And for the sake of their own civilians as well as Cambodia's, Thailand needs to stop this invasion now.